out here at SeaWorld San Antonio to check out the Aldabra tortoises. Getting a sneak peek into the exhibit that's going to be opening in next month, December 2023. So let's go inside and see what we can see.
The new habitat, which is called Aldabra Island, and we'll see it, and it'll kind of, it's this kind of rendering to give you an idea of what it's going to look like. We'll have this. Well, I'll let Chris is going to talk. He's the tortoise whisperer.
That's all we're going to call it now.
I'm going to release the krakens.
I didn't know we were right yet.
Yeah, we're good. Release the kraken.
Oh, see something.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Oh, wow, he's big.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Take your time.
He's like, oh, don't worry.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, wow. You look amazing. It's like, you don't have any food. I think it's all he wants.
Any lettuce, please?
He's trying to pick at some stuff down there, yeah.
So hungry.
Oh, there's my God. Oh my God.
There's another one.
Whoa, oh. I didn't even see that.
Okay,
Oh,
he'll be
throw
right
it over
back.
there. He's gonna come out of here?
Yeah. Great.
Came out and laid down, that was it.
That's a lot of work.
All right, I'm done.
Walk at 10 feet.
Did what I had to do today.
That's right. Folks, this is Chris Cobble. He is our supervisor of our aquarium. Knows a lot about turtles and tortoises. Weren't you a little kid and you got a turtle or something like that?
I
You
did.
still have it?
When I was a little kid, I grew up in the state of Ohio. We had turtles all over my backyard. And when I was 5 years old, I decided I wanted a pet turtle, so I took some of them, had them all the way through elementary school, high school, college. They made their trip down to Texas with me. Now I have 2 of them that I had when I was 5 years old. I still have. Now they live in a pond in my backyard. I do have exciting news. We're introducing, coming soon, Aldabra Island, which is going to house our Aldabra tortoises. They are going to be joined by additional Aldabra tortoises, which will be coming a little bit later. And what it's going to be is it's going to be very exciting. We had Aldabra tortoises in the past in our Aquatica water park. We decided to give them something even better. So we decided to build them a brand new state-of-the-art facility. It's going to have the ability to be one giant yard, or it's going to have the ability to be divided into separate yards. That is going to allow us to encompass all of the welfare for these animals that they need. They'll be able to walk on different substrates. They'll be able to explore different environments depending on which yard we put them in that day. Or we do have the ability, we'll have one giant yard. So sometimes it'll be one giant yard, it can be divided, and once again it allows us for a variety of different things to take care of the welfare of these animals. We will have a combination of males and females. The 2 we're looking at today, which is Toka and Poka, these are both male Aldabra tortoises. The Aldabra tortoise is the 2nd largest species of tortoise in the world. Only the Galapagos tortoise is larger. The Galapagos tortoise can reach 900 pounds, typically 800 pounds or less. The Aldabra tortoise is not that far behind. So the largest Aldabra tortoise gets right around 700 pounds. So our 2 males are right within their adult range of weight. They are 460 and 400 pounds respectively. Toka over here, Toka in Maori actually means large boulder. So this is Toka, once again in Maori language, which is a South Pacific language, it means large boulder. You can see why we named her or him after a large boulder. Poka over here in Maori as well means pathmaker. So Pathmaker, we named it Pathmaker because the Aldabra tortoises on the Seychelles Islands where they are native to, they kind of fill the same niche as the larger land terrestrial animals like the elephants on the mainland of Africa. And they will actually plow through the scrub brush and the grasses, and that allows for some of the smaller animals to have pathways to get through some of those uninhabitable areas. So Pathmaker and Boulder. As I mentioned, they are from the Seychelles Islands. So it is a small island chain, a volcanic island chain off the east coast of Africa, just north of Madagascar. So that is the only place in the wild that these animals are from. These guys are 58 years and 44 years respectively. So they're old animals, but for an Aldabra tortoise, they are not old. Aldabras are well known to live into their hundreds or more. Actually, the longest lived animal known to date is an Aldabra tortoise that turned 191 years this year.
Wow.
So these guys have a long, long life ahead of them here at SeaWorld San Antonio. So what we're going to be doing when we open up Aldabra Island, you not only will be able to see the animals as a guest, just as a normal exhibit or a normal habitat that you can walk up and view, but you're also going to be able to do what we're going to be doing here today, and that is the Aldabra tour. So you will be able to go in with our Aldabra tortoises, you'll be able to touch them, you'll be able to give them neck scratches, you'll be able to take pictures, and we're going to be feeding them as well. So that is what the Aldabra tour is going to allow our guests to do. So we'll be opening that soon once again in months to come, hopefully. On in our gate, we're just going to stand right over here. Once again, this is Polka. So Polka is a 44-year-old male Aldabra tortoise. He's right around 400 pounds. Today we're feeding him some of his favorite food items. We're going to be feeding him romaine lettuce and collard greens. They get a variety of different things every day. Sometimes they get carrots, sweet potatoes. What they eat mostly is grass, natural browse, which we can get from on site here. And then also we will feed them coastal hay. This mimics the natural food items and the nutritional value of what the animals do eat out in the wild on the Seychelles Islands. So as you can see, he's munching away here on this collard greens. You can see that big old tongue coming in and just pulling that food right into his mouth.
This one's ready over here too.
Yeah, we got Toko over here who doesn't want to be left out on the fun here. So this is something that when you guys, if you sign up for an Aldabra tour, this is what you will be able to do. So you will be in here, you'll be able to touch them, you'll be able to take photos, and then you will be able to feed them as well. So if you guys want to,
Look at you, buddy.
Yeah,
if you want to go ahead and get a free hand here, we'll start with the romaine lettuce. So just hold it right here in front of Toka here. Let him take a few bites and then...
Oh, buddy, look at you. Oh.
So male, female?
These are both males.
Oh, both male. Okay. Hey.
Feed this one here.
All right, let's
Love
do
that,
it.
don't you?
There you go.
Yeah.
You want some?
So cool.
Wow, look at that
Go ahead and
mouth.
let go there.
Yeah.
There you go.
All
If
right,
it falls
buddy.
on the ground, that's okay, because once again, what we want these eating mostly is actually graze. So we want them eating the grass. So we specifically picked a grass that is healthy for them. It is just a St. Augustine. Mostly what they're going to get their nutrition from is a combination of the grass, the hay, the browse that we get, like native hackberry or prickly pear, and then a little bit of the over-the-counter vegetables as well. So here's another collard green for you.
How much pressure do you have to put on their backs for them to feel like, you know, like when they rub them and stuff? Scratch them?
So they're gonna feel any of this.
Like even just barely touching them?
Yeah, they do have nerve endings in there, so you don't have to put added pressure onto their backs.
Yeah, I always knew that they could feel through their shell, but I always wondered how much, like, could
they can feel even the softest touch. They can
that's
feel.
Amazing.
Wow.
So that's something we do as an enrichment, as something on an everyday basis. These are social animals. You know, they like their neck scratch, they like their shell rub, so we'll give them different back scratches and neck scratches on top of just the social interaction that they have with you. Some tortoises do not live in social groups, but the Aldabras are one that will. So they will live in large groups in their native island chains.
Really?
So they don't have any natural predators. They're the largest animals on the island chain. So the main threat that these animals have had is introduction of wild animals like cats, pigs, and rats, because it hinders the reproduction of these animals.
Like how does it affect their reproductive?
So those animals, they either prey on the youngsters or they'll dig up the nests. There's been a lot of efforts in zoological institutions and government institutions in the Seychelles Islands to help these animals and has really turned these animals around with their population numbers.
So how many are supposed to be in the exhibit?
We're gonna get
Imagine you
we're
crush
six.
me if you
Six.
walked
Yeah,
on my leg.
the exhibit's built
a lot.
for the exhibit's held. It's designed to hold 6 or more. Currently, we have the 2 large ones. We will be getting more relatively soon when we get closer to opening date,
Okay.
which is fast approaching.
Yeah. So mid-December.
Mid-December is the goal.
Okay.
So the other benefit of the new habitat is As you know, in San Antonio, sometimes it is really, really hot, like this last summer. Sometimes it is really cold. Habitat will have a large yard, much larger than this. The exhibit is over 7,000 square feet.
Wow.
So a very large exhibit, but it's going to have a large indoor space as well with viewing windows as well. So even on the coldest day or the warmest day, if the animal decides to go inside, you will be able to see the animal inside as well.
So are they able to stand most weather conditions?
They can. Being a reptile from a tropical environment, they do prefer warmer climates. So typically, if it's above 50 degrees, they can be outside.
Okay.
If it's below 50 degrees, usually they will choose to walk inside, and they'll stay in the climate-controlled building.
Oh, okay.
So they have both heat and air conditioned, depending on where they want to be. So if they choose to be outside, they can be there. But if they choose to
it's all
go
up to
outside,
them. Yeah.
it's up to them. So they have the choice. Do they want to be inside, outside, in the water, out of the water? That is all up to them.
Oh, also they're just free roaming.
They're going to have a large area of free roaming areas.
That's great.
Like I said, we will have the ability to divide it into half and to allow for different environments, or have the ability to just make it one large environment, and then the tortoises can go where they want.
All right, thank you so much. Following in a line there.
Feed them in a variety of different ways that allows them to have different enrichment opportunities. So we can bury some of their food in some browse and make them forage for their food. We can kind of make them stretch their necks out, much the same as what they would do out in the wild. Occasionally we will get brushes out here. We'll just give them a shell scratch, which does remove some of the shell tissue. In the wild, they would go and they would rub up against trees or rocks to remove that. That is something, once again, Aldabra Island will have. It's going to have trees, it'll have rocks, it'll have things for them to scratch naturally. But occasionally we will get a brush and we'll give them a scratch as well. And they do enjoy the feel of that. As you can see, he's kind of posing here just for the attention that we're giving him right now. So the Aldabra tortoise, unlike some other tortoise species, especially males a lot of times will be aggressive towards each other. The Aldabra tortoise is not one of those species. So typically the Aldabra tortoise will live in big social groups. When the new animals come in, we will not put them in together right away. Of course, we will make sure that the animals will be able to get along just fine. We don't anticipate any problems with that. But we will have the ability, once again, if we had to, we have the 2 yards. But the goal is they will all be living together because it is a social animal that can live peacefully with one another.
They're loving this.
I know, it's awesome.
Oh, it's gonna drop it. Nope, got it.
You got it? You want this one?
And what were their names again?
This is Toka.
Right
Toka,
there.
once again, means large boulder.
Okay.
And Poka, which means path maker. Not only does it rhyme and it's easy to remember, they actually do have a meaning as well.
Oh yeah, he's got a leg up. I noticed that.
Yeah, he's wow.
SeaWorld San Antonio is soon getting a new exhibit specifically for Aldabra tortoises, just like Poka and Toka.
Now we're heading to the next exhibit. We saw the tortoises, but now we're heading to the actual exhibit where the tortoises are going to be housed, which is going to be super interesting because I haven't seen it, but we're going to see how finished it is and see when it's going to be open. Oh, look at that.
Okay. From last year. Look.
Oh, it's so weird. We're driving in the park. Oh, it's so weird to be at the park when it's completely closed. I think we have the opening of the exhibit just right here. Get ready to let us in here. Oh, there's been a lot done already.
It's not the most beautiful site, but it at least gives you the idea.
Oh no, I can tell it's come along a lot. It's really come along a lot. Oh, they already got the building up too. See, they got some of the posts up. You go pretty deep down in the ground, you get kind of a good idea as to how it's going to be laid out here. Soon to be some water things right there for them. And then I think over here be the shelter windows where you'd be able to see them there. Just to get a quick shot of the renderings right here, you can see them and then kind of compare it as to what's been done here. Definitely a lot coming along. They're trying to prepare to open for December, mid-December, and it looks like they're coming right along. I would definitely say that that's gonna happen. So you can see they still have a lot of building material and things out here as they're getting ready to tear up the ground and get it ready for the tortoises, and this will be their facility, as I just showed you a second ago. You can see they have a lot of room in here whenever they're wanting to sleep or wanting to come in and get out from the elements. It looks like they have another exit out right there where they can leave. So they have options here where they can head out of. It's gonna be their home. Almost entirely, 7,000 square feet, if I'm not mistaken. And then to get a comparison as to where this is located, I'll go ahead and pan over here into this area, and you're gonna see there's a steel eel right there. So from the steel eel to the left, right across the pathway, you're gonna have the tortoise exhibit. It's still like super interesting to be in the park when it's actually closed. As you can see, we pulled up right here in this van, right in the pathway where you would head over to the steel eel. All right, so we made it back to we're in the administration building. That was the Aldabra, I hope I'm saying that right, the Aldabra tortoise exhibit. It's gonna be opening in mid-December, as like I was saying earlier. You'll be able to feed the tortoises. You're gonna be able to go in and pet the tortoises and touch them. You'll be able to see them from afar if you want to. I think it's really exciting. 7,000 square feet of roaming around. I think that's really awesome. If you like that video, give me a like on the video. And if you wanna see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. But with that being said, have a good day.